Iyabo and the Midnight Caller. In the small village of Apanri, where the nights were as quiet as the grave, a chilling tale began to unfold. The villagers believed that midnight was a sacred hour, a time when spirits roamed freely and the dead whispered secrets to those who dared to listen. But Iyabo, a curious and strong-willed young girl, never feared the night. One fateful evening, the air was thick and heavy, the kind that made the trees stand still, as if they, too, were waiting for something. Iyabo lay on her mat, staring at the thatched ceiling of her small hut, listening to the distant hoots of an owl. Her parents had traveled to the next village, leaving her alone for the night. Then it happened. Knock, knock, knock. The sound was soft but deliberate, coming from her window. Iyabo sat up immediately, her heart pounding against her ribs. She turned her head slowly towards the window. The thin curtain swayed slightly, though there was no breeze. She swallowed hard. "Who is there?" she whispered. Silence. She waited, straining her ears. Maybe it was the wind or a bird. But just as she was about to lie back down, knock, knock, knock. This time the knocks were louder, more urgent. Iyabo's hands trembled as she reached for the small oil lamp beside her. She hesitated, then stood up and tiptoed towards the window. With a deep breath, she lifted the curtain slightly and peeked outside. Nothing. The moon was full, casting silver light over the empty compound. The dusty path leading to her hut was deserted. No footsteps, no shadow, no one. A chill ran down her spine. She turned away, telling herself it was just her mind playing tricks. Knock, knock, knock. This time it came from the door. Iyabo gasped, her breath catching in her throat. Her eyes darted to the wooden door, which trembled slightly as if something or someone was standing right outside. She wanted to scream, to run, but her legs felt frozen. Then a voice, soft, whispers, "Iyabo, open the door." Her blood turned cold. She recognized the voice. It was her mother's. But that was impossible. Her parents weren't supposed to return until the next morning. "Iyabo, my child, open the door." Her fingers hovered over the door latch. Something felt wrong. The voice sounded like her mother, but there was something hollow about it. Something empty. She took a step back. I will wait for morning," she stammered. Silence. Then the voice changed. It was no longer soft, no longer familiar. It was deep, cold, hungry. "Open the door, Iyabo." The hut shook. The oil lamp flickered wildly. Shadows stretched unnaturally across the walls. And then, the latch on the door began to lift on its own.